Here we are on CathyDslayt's website. We welcome you. She will begin her Zoom call here shortly. To access her Zoom call on the SRC4U software overview, you're going to click here and you're going to need this password here. So we're going to click. We're going to, do you want to allow this page to open? We're going to allow. We're going to type in the password that I just showed you. We're going to join the meeting. And we're waiting on our host. She'll be with us momentarily. All right, our host is opening up the room. You can join with video or you can join without video. We're going to join without video.
And it is 10 o'clock. Okay. So let me show you. I want to show you a couple things first. You may remember that long list from yesterday that we scanned. I went through it later. And I'll refresh your memory in a moment with the list to see what is our core focus. What is our core focus this week? And it was actually sensory neurons. And the sensory neurons, we know we've got about something like 86 billions of them, and we have absolutely quadrillions of connections. And in a sense, we're a different person every day. And it's fascinating work. We're going to do some posts on it and talk about it. But especially in this time of all the stress with COVID, etc., it wouldn't hurt to maybe do a little more picturing of what we really consciously desire. We're going to do 7 days in the mastery. And it's going to change each day. I'm not going to start it in front of everybody because it shows everybody's names. But this is what we are beginning with: feet, Shan Shan Tao, our source point, stagnation. Life force is a little deficient. We're working on some acupuncture points, triple heater meridian. We want to relax a little bit, working on the brain. Water element, which would be kidney, bladder, and heart meridians. And so we'll run this for 7 days, and it will change every day. And then we'll be talking a little bit more about sensory neurons, since that is our focus. And just to refresh your memory, if I can pull it up, this was from yesterday. This is what we started with. And what I went down these, each one, and looked to see what should be our core focus. And it was right in here somewhere. Anyway, I came to it, and it's sensory neurons, so that's it. Also, there is a new post, if I can pull it up without losing everybody, on energyvisionariesgroup.com. And, again, if I can get this down here, there is so much disruption out there, and it looks sometimes like things are pretty bleak. And so I want to talk about actually moving our energy up through our voltage, how God works in the fifth dimension. And what's happening, we have plenty of information out there. We are in the age of information. We're learning a lot of, for example, this sex trafficking, this human trafficking, it's right in our face now. We can't say it's not real. We can't say it's conspiracy. People are coming out. Many of us, I know for me, we don't want to think about these things. We've been taught not to focus, but there's a fine line. We have to be aware, but then we have to realize we can't obsess over it because it sucks our energy. And that's why I don't watch television, because that very reason. And so we actually can take our energy to higher realms. And one way to do it, which is worth thinking about, is pick something you love to do and then do it for other people. Take at least 1 hour a week and do it for others. And if you're not sure what you love to do, just open up and it will come to you. And what you'll find out, too, is that in the informational field that surrounds us, love is like a net, and it starts pulling it in. We're not talking Garden of Eden here. We're just simply talking the way energy works. And then you might want to consider also, once you realize the way this informational field really works, why certain political platforms promote godlessness. It's a really interesting thought. And then finally, this is a meditation that I stumbled on. and it's only 9 minutes. I ordinarily don't meditate because I can't sit that long, but this is a meditation that blew me away, and it might help a person focus on what they're actually going to do is have you go into the fifth dimension and do some creative work. So I just wanted to share that one. Put that down. Now, as far as our, where did we go down here? Here's today. Yesterday we finished with the theme of the pericardium. So today, and I've already done some of the, I'll show you here. In this manual, at the end, I'm hoping people, and it's just going up one chapter at a time right now. The idea with the manual is to activate the right brain. You're not going to necessarily do it this way, but if you start and just get used to it, you'll get your own ideas and your own approaches, and then we can all share these approaches. So I've already done the initial balancing that we talked about yesterday. That's in there for the group. We were doing that. And then let's move on. First to general options. I'm going to show you just how you can do quickly some days a session. So we're looking to just look down this list. Injury, meridian, options, let's go into the show tool tabs. Just hit that little down arrow, load it up. Hey, somebody refresh my memory. Injury, options, what was the third one? Anybody remember? Well, we'll work with 2. Let me see. Isn't that terrible? Might have been elemental options. Had that. So now you want to look at the personal options. Brain support, interesting. Aminos and minerals. And that ties in kind of to the sensory neurons. So let's do a little bit slow. There we go. And most of these are pretty quick to load in. But this, if you end up needing the heart support, that takes like 5 minutes of sitting with your finger on the down arrow. So quite a cocktail. And Kevin loaded all this up for us. I think you know that already. And of course, remember you're gathering information. So it might not hurt to check out if you need to take some amino acids or minerals, that type of thing. You can test these things for yourself. And you actually have just perhaps done all you need to have a powerful session. I like to go down now here and see if there's any need to do any more. The engines of the software are interfacing with our field and doing, the kind of stress management we need. But see, we also want to load a save session. So let's go in here. And it's listed. It'll be listed so you can scan it. Takes a while to get down here. There we go. And what we do is we're going to scan it here, but then we'll open up a fresh panel for whatever we choose. Environment. There's our 0 anti-aging cycle. Sounds like a plan. But there are several that record there, so we can go ahead. Meanwhile, let's get this one started. Just want to wonder click. Let's do it. And come back. Computer's slow today. And with the save sessions, you're going to leave this name blank. Go down here, load, save session. Environmental stress. Okay, and let's look. And again, we are asking for a lot of, for lack of a better term, we're asking for a lot more connection to the field here, brow chakra, circulation. You can see this. This is the second mention of water correction, so kidney, bladder, stress. Interesting, defensive action, smiling, maybe when we don't feel like it. The stress factor, things aren't coming together. The synchronization actually, in my belief system, comes from the field when we're clear. When this stress is clear, the field is going to give us the information we need, and that's my socks do match. They're the same thickness, so we're not seeing things quite perhaps as they are. But the conflict is synchronization. Let's go ahead and look at here and see if we want to do any Pro Tools. Yeah, we want the Pro Tools today, so let's see if we want it for synchronicity. Hmm.
How about the Pro Tools for anti-aging?
I like it. Let's try it. Thank you. I'm testing sensory neurons, I don't think. Nope, okay. There we go. Thank you. Now, do I have any? Yeah, I do. Good. Okay. Symptom would be aging. That's still not quite what I want to say. Let's just put anti-aging. And then while that's loading, let me show you this tapping. Now, this is a little different from EFT, and the way I found this guy, you can go in, just go to YouTube and type in EFT, and then test yourself with the dowser for which approaches. And I was just looking for some simple tapping, because tapping for me personally is very effective. And that's not going to be the same for all people. We're all so different. But what you're doing with tapping is clearing blocks to the information we need. And so when I came to this person I'm going to tell you about, I thought I was going to watch a YouTube for his method of tapping, but that was not the case. He was just talking, and I ended up lining up sessions, and it's been like a miracle for me. And so I'll send anyone who's interested the points. He sent me this, and he said share it with people. But what you're going to do, it's much shorter than the EFT we're familiar with. You're going to tap in here and discuss what it is you need to let go. And you're just going to do that and talk about it. Then you're going to go down to the sides and say and talk about it's okay to let it go. Under the eyes, it's safe to let it go. Then you're going to hit right here, which actually is the thymus. It is just let it go. And then you're going to take a deep breath like this. And you can, through the belly, a belly breath, and just say peace. And I found, even though I'm showing it in a very simple pattern, but if you actually talk about what you're wanting to let go, in my case it was grief, and you talk about it, and some emotions may come forth, you're going to go on and tap and address these things. And for me, it was amazing. It was tremendous. The other thing this guy does, and yesterday this is what we did, is we had hypnosis. And it was interesting because I wanted to be hypnotized to be more organized. He said, nope, that's not it. And I said, well, another thing, nope, that's not it. So he's a very interesting guy, and we had an interesting hypnosis, which I'll tell anybody about one-on-one if you're interested. But it comes to a point sometimes, whether we want to spend the money or not, we got to have a little extra help to get through things, and this guy has been well worth the investment for me, and I'll tell you more one-on-one if anyone's interested. So let's see what we want to do for anti-aging here. All right, so the recharger and the aura scanner 3 times, and we'll do that. You're familiar with that, so we'll go ahead and do that. I guess let's see what we can at least look at our aura. And I usually go through here during the day and also clear our homes. And let's see where we are. Look, we're good physically. Look at that today. Our heart chakra is, at this point, the most stressed. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just go up here. Okay, we've got a code. Go ahead and get an image for that. Sure, and let them know. You got it. Recharge. See if I already have this in here. I do not. Well, let's oops. $20. So there we have it. And remember, you can always go on down past these top two panels. There's tons of information in here. But the top two kind of sum it up. And your resistance and confliction is your key. So that's where you might want to go through the YouTubes and get some good tappings. The tapping to clear blocks in the energy field definitely will open you up to synchronization. So any comments? Anything to add? So, okay, that is it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks.
Okay, wonderful. Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Cathy.
Thank you.
The Zoom meeting for the SRC4U software has ended. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care. Be well.